I know I said I plan to make longer and more serious slash in-depth videos on this channel or whatever, but also I really wanted to cover this movie. Okay, you come me some slack.
Wednesday,
We got a special pro gamer.
Markiplier.
Iron Lung is a 2026 horror movie starring Markiplier and written, directed, and produced by Markiplier, based off a game released in 2022 of the same name, unfortunately not developed by Markiplier. However, it was played by Markiplier. I did watch Markiplier's Let's Play in preparation for this movie though, and I gotta say, I think he was the perfect fit for the main character.
Seems to be some tombstones of some kind, maybe teeth if I'm really scared for my own safety. If I'm feeling horny, probably dildos. But I'm gonna go with the dildo tombstones. I am scared and horny.
Mark apparently liked this game so much, he decided to develop a whole movie about it, and as soon as the announcement was made in 2023, I and many others were very eager to see how it would turn out. I mean, it's the Marcus Pliers movie. How could you not be excited?
Markiplier.
Fun fact, most of you probably already knew, but Markiplier was actually offered the role of the night guard at the start of the first FNAF movie, but he had to decline due to filming this movie at the same time. But now that this movie's out, hopefully that means Mark won't be too busy in the near future, and we can finally get a cameo in FNAF 3. Pray for Mark for FNAF 3, everybody. But anyways, Iron Lung. Okay, so I was gonna do like a funny like bit in the theater or fucking something, but and they'd be like a poster, be like, oh my gosh, Markiplier, oh my god, but they literally don't have any Iron Lung posters or fucking anything at all in here. It's fucking there's like literally fucking nothing in here to promote Iron Lung at all. I don't know why. They do have the guy from Smiling Friends though, and also this guy. He looks kind of cool. He looks like God forbid. They don't even have the fucking popcorn bucket, dude. They have literally fucking nothing for this movie. It's like this film doesn't fucking exist. It's fucking hilarious. Alright, let's make this clear right off the bat. This is gonna be a spoiler review. There will be spoilers for the movie, mainly because I wouldn't even know how to talk about this movie without spoiling a lot of things. I have a lot of things to say about this movie, but I'll try to be as vague as I can throughout, okay? Okay, so first off, what the fuck? Something I want to say right off the bat is that this movie will not be for everyone, but that's okay in my opinion. You will definitely get way more out of it if you're already a fan of Iron Lung, but I also think there's a lot here to enjoy as a newcomer. But it's also a movie for like a very specific crowd, if that makes any sense. Like, the audience is targeting is going to absolutely eat this movie up. And I also think it will hold the attention of people who are already fans of this kind of movie, aka very slow burns without a whole lot of explanation. I think people like that will really enjoy it too. But I think like a general audience member might leave it feeling a bit unsatisfied. I can see how you could find it boring. I think that could be like a very reasonable complaint. But also, this film is very much a passion project, and I think that gives it a lot of charm. It's not perfect by any means, but I still think it does what it sets out to do really well, and is extremely impressive for Mark's directorial debut. Going in, I was really wondering how they were going to manage to stretch out the events of Iron Lung, which is a relatively short game, into a 2-hour flick, and I was actually pleasantly surprised with how they handled it. The plot is essentially the exact same as the game. All the planets and stars in the entire universe randomly disappeared one day, with the only surviving human beings being whoever just so happened to be in space at the time, and Markiplier's character, Simon Petrikov, is a prisoner who's been welded into this shitty little submarine called the Iron Lung and plunged into this ocean of blood found on some random moon, taking pictures of whatever he finds down there with the promise of gaining his freedom in return, but is stalked by a big scary fish the whole
Fishy
time.
Boopkins.
Again, pretty one-to-one with the game, but also there's a handful of new stuff added as it goes on, with Mark finding more and more random supplies and whatnot inside of the ship and using it to his advantage, which helps to keep the movie feeling fresh and like there's an actual sense of progression going on, almost like a video game or something funny. I love the set design also, given how it's the only thing you're looking at for 99% of the film. They really took the time to make sure that the Iron Lung itself was a good-looking and very well-detailed set. While fairly simple, I mean, again, it's basically one of the game, it's still just such a generally well-constructed set with so many little details that I don't mind staring at it for 2 hours, especially since it also starts to get destroyed more and more as the film goes on. The film also has really good VFX and CGI and all that. There's this part where, spoiler, the big fish rips through the submarine and like rips it in half, and we see its eye briefly. And then it cuts to this shot of like Mark like chained down in the blood ocean, and he looks up in the sky, and there's this like biblically accurate angel fish looking thing in the sky, and then it's revealed it was all just like a weird hallucination. And then we cut back to Mark in the ship. He's just throwing up. Really cool little shot. The movie doesn't really explain much of what's going on or what's real and what isn't, so I was very confused for a lot of the film, but like in a good way, if that makes any fucking sense. It also isn't particularly scary. It's definitely tense and it has its unsettling moments. It's scarier than most horror movies based off video games, but that's not like a super high bar anyways, but you know, like you might be a tad disturbed at some parts, especially towards the end, but like you're not going to leave the theater with your pants shitted, you know? There are some cool moments of like gore and body horror though, like specifically again, a big spoiler, there's this part towards the end where like the blood starts just like pouring into the submarine, and it's apparently like boiling now for some reason. It starts hurting Mark. He gets all these like boils on his skin, and his veins start popping, and then his hands get like stuck to like each side of the ship. He's gotta like pry them off. And then when he's ripping off one of them, he rips his like whole entire arm off, and then he fucking dies. That was pretty cool. I think one of the main things that'll make or break this movie for you personally will be how much you're able to immerse yourself in Markiplier's acting. Now, Mark can act. We've known this for a while, but this is very different from anything he's really done before. I will admit, it took me like 30 minutes to stop just seeing Simon as Markiplier, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of people who will never be able to look past that fact and only see him as Mark the entire movie, which, I mean, yeah, it can be kind of distracting, I'm not going to lie, which is a real shame because he is putting his entire Markussy into this role. Why the fuck did I write Markussy into the script? It's very clear that he's enjoying his time on set, and he really is giving his all for this role. This film gives off like almost like student short film vibes. Like, it's very low budget. It's got a really small cast, but it just has so much charm and is also just so like genuinely a well-written film. Like, it isn't high art cinema or anything, but god damn it, I love this fucking movie. I had a great theater experience also. There was a guy dressed as Wilfred Warfstache. He had a big pink afro and everything. It was really cool. There's also some guy playing Brawl Stars on his phone during the movie. And his Apple Watch was like on the entire time, and I was seated like right directly above him, so there was just this like little green light in the corner of my eye the entire movie. That one's unrelated though. There was also this scene where Mark took his shirt off, and we got to see his big fat hairy man titties on full display, and someone in the audience screamed "Wood." That person was me. Hello. Also, you know, the Iron Lung fandom isn't like the largest in the world or anything, so I wasn't expecting like any like fan service or anything in the movie really. But there is this one Iron Lung fan song created by the channel Muses Slide. Hope I pronounced that right. And I was really hoping the song would play during the credits because I really like the song. But it wasn't, so I did whatever. Maybe for Iron Lung 2, the squeakquel. But anyways, to conclude this video, I really like this movie, and I'm very glad to see how well it's doing. I'm really glad it's outperforming the fucking Melania Trump documentary. It's not perfect. It's pretty rough around the edges, in fact, but god damn it, I love it. Yeah, the film is more or less just Markiplier being thrown in a tin can for 2 hours, but also it's so much more than that. The thing I just really hope is that people will be able to appreciate and judge this film for its own merits, and not just see it as Markiplier the movie. Shit. Either way, It's just really cool we live in a time where a YouTuber can do something like this at all, and I do really hope this movie will get Mark more serious acting and directing roles in the future, because honestly, I'd love to see him in more projects like this, his own or otherwise. Even if you don't like the movie personally, you gotta give Mark his flowers for what him and his team were able to pull off, because they fucking deserve them. And now if you'll excuse me, I need to get back into my iron lung to combat my fucking polio disease. This is not an expedition. This is not a cry for help. This is not a real mission. Yeah, you're lying to yourself. When it comes to mass extinction, here's a story you won't tell. You may get your execution, but you won't be freed as well.
Girl, you mean you don't got balls? Oh! All right.